Hey guys, it's Caremoel. Today I will be doing my spreads for November. This month I will be repeating the first journal spread that I've ever done, which was November of last year, so I've been doing bullet journaling for 1 year, yay. So yeah, I'm just going to be repeating that and seeing how I improved. So yeah, feel free to get a hot drink and sit down and journal with me. So last month I did just a bunch of leaves mostly in my spreads, and yeah, this month I didn't really like the leaves that I did last year. They were way too big and I didn't really like the style of them, so I decided to change up the style a little bit. And last year I had some like animals, but I decided to not do animals and do acorns, but Oh. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Yep, my first attempts for the acorns didn't really work out, didn't they? No problem. What did I do? Well, I mean, it just happens with bullet journaling. Things mess up. I just covered it up with a piece of paper and colored it with brown instead of the black. It wasn't as obvious in the video, but it looked pretty bad. So yeah. It's doing nothing because it's not able to touch the page. My thing's so big. Yeah, well, okay, so this month I decided to try some stamps out. I actually just got some stamps for my birthday, but as you could tell, they weren't really working out, and I didn't draw the little colors in the background as much or as big as I wanted them to for the stamps to work, so I just decided to fill them in by hand, and I think that turned out a lot better.
It's just a sad little acorn. And this leaf is a little confused. We have a sad little acorn. I don't even know how to describe that leaf, and just confused another leaf. I don't even know anymore.
So yeah, some of the leaves looked kind of funny, but my whole thing was that I kind of wanted it to look a little messy, so I think even though there are some like messed up messiness, it still turned out looking pretty good. Like, I really enjoyed it. And now all I have left is to put down the word November. I am, apparently. They're like, no! I don't want to! Yes, I'm talking for stamps. And the funny thing is, I didn't even use the glass because, as you can see, there's like the plastic on the outside of the letters, just were making it too big. Cross fingers. Yeah, I was a little nervous about doing it, and because I had to place them all individually, I started going, and I realized toward the end that the B, E, and R would be spaced out, so I didn't, yeah. What I should have done is put the EM down first, and then built from the middle, but I didn't. Because I'm not thinking straight. So I guess there's going to be a space between my E and R. Very.
Oh, she looks so happy. She's purring. Yeah. You like Daddy Rubs? Yeah, you love Daddy Rubs, right?
She's purring.
Now
on to my next spread, which is the highlight of my day and the monthly. So this is a picture of my highlight of my day in 2019. So yeah, I didn't actually do a highlight, a monthly for November of last year. So yeah, I kind of just made up my own this month. So yeah, I had to change a lot. You can see from the video that like my calligraphy has gotten a lot better. And just like the way that I style things, I don't know, I feel like it was a great improvement since last year. And it was just kind of neat going through this month and seeing the improvement that I did from last year. So yeah, the middle I did lines. Like, I usually don't do lines in my highlight of my day, but this time I did because the ink in the November bled through. But even though there's that color, I felt like there wasn't enough, so I decided to add little leaves on it. I don't know if it was an improvement, but that's what I did, and I think it looks okay. It's interesting. I guess the thing is I'll have to just dodge all the little leaves as I'm writing out the thing, so we'll see how it goes. So now on to my monthly. I did a smaller calendar than I did last time, and I added these extra little lists for me to fill out this month. I did goals and school, and I added playlist on a whim because I've seen people do playlists in their bullet journals before, and I thought I could try it. So yeah, I have a hard time finding music that I really like, so when I do, I like to write it down. So I decided I'll write it down in my bullet journal this month, so that's what I did. Right now I am taping down I taped down the calendar, and then I started drawing little leaves over it. The reason why I taped it down is because I could make it so that I could write or draw on the tape and it wouldn't like bleed through. That at least that's the idea for it. So yeah, I just went around like I did in the cover page just on this and added all the little leaves, and I felt like the bottom corner was a little too empty, so I just went ahead and added all those leaves there as well. After I finished that, I went around with a pen like I did on the cover page and drew the little leaves. I was about to call them flowers. I do the little leaves, and yeah, I really liked doing these, though the leaves kind of were messy sometimes. I had fun like coming up with the different types of leaves that I wanted to draw. Like there was this 5-leaf tiered, I don't know, leaf. I think that one's probably my favorite, but I do like the little what would you call the little circles? I'm thinking they're berries of some sort, but yeah. Now I am taking off the tape, and honestly this part is just a little mesmerizing to me. Oops. As fun as that was, I decided not to do it on any other spreads because, as you can see, it kind of ripped up my page a little bit, and then also I just was left over with a bunch of washi tape that I wasn't able to use. So it was fun, but I don't know if I'll do it again. I moved on to filling out the calendar, and then I put a quote in the bottom because I felt like it was a little too busy down there, and then moved to the next spread. This one is the November habits. I haven't done a habits tracker in a while because I felt like I wasn't using it, but now lately I've been putting my habits in my weekly spreads, and then I decided, okay, I'll just do a page to this because it's the school year now and I have a bunch of to-dos for that, so I just filled in all those to-dos off camera. And yeah, I was really having a hard time with this one, and I really was just not liking it. Like, I was trying to put washi tape on it to fix it. It's just because all the colors bled through the page, and I was just like, oh, this doesn't look good. And so I tried to like cover it up with washi tapes, and I tried to do the same thing I did for the highlight of my day to kind of cover it up, and just none of it was working. So I took off the washi tape. It was just, yeah, I was having a hard time. So I just moved on, and I was like, I'll just go back to it. I'll deal with that later, or just leave it the way it is and just not like it. I do end up liking it a little better, but yeah, not at this moment. It doesn't look very good right now. So this is a new thing, the meal ideas. I have been doing a wellness kinesiology class this semester, which is interesting because I have to do this behavior change plan type thing, and I've been doing it for a while, but I decided to incorporate it into my bullet journal, like make a whole page to my kinesiology class in a way. The meal ideas is that the idea of it is that I will fill out the boxes with breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas, like not every single meal I eat or something, and just like so that I know, like if I don't know what I want to eat, then I'll just fill that out. So yeah, that's the idea of how it works. We'll see how it goes. And then in the bottom is actually just a tracker that I've created with my meals just throughout the month. You can see now I'm filling out the leaves. After I did this is when I started to like the page. Before it just looked bad, but now I felt like it was going a lot better, and I actually covered up the spots. Like, I kind of copied where I wanted the leaves in this one on the other page, because you could see the bleed through. So yeah, that's what I did. Moving on to my next spread, it's Nanowrimo. So that was my last month. So I have only done Nanowrimo a few times. Last year, I tried to do Nanowrimo in my bullet journal, but as I said, I didn't really finish my bullet journal, and I don't know what it was about it, but last year it was just not, I wasn't able to use the Nanowrimo like I wanted to, so I just kind of didn't use it, So this month I'm actually planning on, I really hope to complete NaNoWriMo, have a whole book done by the end of the month. I'm hoping that it goes well. I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, I just decided to just throw in some of the things that I had in my last spread, but then change it up a little bit so that it would make more sense with the book that I'm specifically writing, and also just, I don't know, have something new, so change it up and actually show my improvement. So on the NaNoWriMo that I did last year, I didn't do this. I don't think many people do this part of the thing, what I'm drawing right now. I am doing a moods tracker. I've never done a moods tracker before because I really don't like the idea of doing, I like the idea of doing a moods tracker, but I don't often do things with certain colors. As you can see on there, I have like the happiest is like the orange, like the bright orange, and then the most unhappy is the green, and I'll just fill out each of the little drawings that I did with those colors, and I'll see by the end of the month how I felt about my book the entire month. So I mean, I might not fill it out completely, but I hope to. I think it'd be neat to see how I felt about my writing, because often I feel kind of iffy about it, so we'll see. Now moving on to my weekly spread for the month. So you saw the one from last year. Actually, if I'm being honest, I like that one more than what I came up with this month. I mean, this month I was just having a hard time figuring out what it was, and I just probably should have done it later. I did this filming throughout the span of 2 days, but even that I feel like was a little too short, or like I did it too much all at once, so I was getting tired by the end of this, and when I finished that, I just was tired. I mean, it's not the worst weekly ever, but it didn't show how much I improved from last year as much as I wanted it to. Well, that is it for my November theme. I did enjoy doing this spread a lot. I liked the kind of sketchy feeling about it, but it just kind of felt like simplistic. I do a lot of maximalist type of bullet journaling, but this month I feel like it was a little more simple than what I usually do, but I kind of enjoyed that. It was a neat experience because I just normally don't do that type of thing. I tried that. I think part of the reason why it's like that is because last year was more simplistic because I didn't know the type of bullet journaling I liked. But yeah, just the way that this one turned out, I feel like was pretty good, and I am looking forward to using it this month. Thanks for watching, and please, if you want to, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I read through every comment. It's a lot of fun for me, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!